USAID official tells staffers shred and burn your documents. We got this from Politico here. Gonna pull up the story and read along with you. I haven't given it a read yet. I just heard about it. So I decided to hop on and let's do a little video. But first, I usually do this at the end. Let me tell you, make sure you like, follow, subscribe on all platforms that you can. YouTube and Rumble. Rumble, trying to get that Rumble followers up. Trad West Podcast. So, what do we got here? USAID official tells staffers shred and burn your documents. The mass document destruction order marks the latest step to dismantle the agency. A senior official at USAID instructed a number of the agency's remaining staff to convene at the agency's now former headquarters in Washington on Tuesday for an all-day group effort to destroy documents stored there, many of which contain sensitive information. So we'll talk a little bit more, but I'm going to read, but I'm sure that's going to be the little caveat that they're using as justification, but it's BS. The materials earmarked for destruction include contents of the agency's classified safes and personnel documents at the Ronald Reagan Building, said an email sent by USAID's acting executive director Erica Carr and obtained by Politico. Shred as many documents first and reserve the burn bags for when the shredder becomes unavailable or needs a break, the email said. Carr instructed staff to label the burn bags with the words secret and USAID BIO. Bureau or independent office. Okay. So I was like, I don't recognize those classification levels, and I'm pretty familiar with the government classification levels. In dark Sharpie, the email didn't provide any reason for the document destruction. The building is being emptied out after mass layoffs, which may have disrupted routine document destruction timetables. Customs and Border Protection is planning to move into the USAID facility, having rented 390,000 square feet of office space in the building last month. The effort also underscores the tumultuous way in which the Trump administration is dismantling an agency that once managed a $40 billion annual budget and had more than 10,000 staff around the world. Efforts by Musk Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, last month to access secure computer systems at USAID, including information about employees' security clearances, triggered an uproar at the agency that prompted the administration to place 2 of the agency's security staff on administrative leave. A DOGE spokesperson subsequently said that there was no improper access to classified material. The document purge raised questions about whether any of the material should be archived or otherwise retained for legal and historical reasons. Anna Kelly, a spokesperson in the White House, downplayed such concerns in a social media post late Tuesday. All right, this was sent to roughly 3 dozen employees, Kelly wrote. The documents involved were old, mostly courtesy content from other agencies, and originals still exist on classified computer systems. More fake news hysteria. A former USAID staffer confirmed the veracity of the email and described the destruction of the agency documents as unprecedented. I've never seen something like this. En masse, everyone with a safe is supposed to keep it up to date and destroy documents when they no longer need to be stored. Sometimes security will check your safe and tell you if you have to clean out old material, said the former staffer, who was granted anonymity due to fear of possible reprisals from the Trump administration. USAID has been the epicenter of the Trump and tech mogul Elon Musk's vision of smaller federal workforce. Most of USAID personnel have been laid off or placed on administrative leave. USAID staffers are battling the changes in courts with mixed results. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced this week that more than 80% of USAID's programs have been canceled, and the remaining ones will be administered by the State Department. So we'll end that there with the reading. Article's done. But, okay. So I know the cop out they're going to use, being familiar with how the government works and classifying stuff. And that's why I would call on the government to just do a complete overhaul of the classification process. They purposely overclassify stuff just so they can keep it hidden from the American public. Like most of the stuff that's classified would not cause harm and there's no reason for it to be classified. And it's really just extra red tape. You're right making freaking security incidents on people for information that's not even that important, to be quite honest. So I know the reason they're going to say they're probably, all the staff have been laid off or fired. The border patrol is going to be moving into the building. We can't have them having unfettered access to these documents. Fair point. But there should be something set up where, hey, we're going to look through all your documents. Or you need authorization before you start doing a mass destruction of all your documents. Because to me, sounds like cover up, burning, or shredding evidence that could otherwise lead to people getting in trouble. But hey, I might be a little biased in that. Maybe it is just a, oh my, we need to move out and there's classified documents we need to get rid of. Like I said, most of the stuff involved in government is overclassified. So I would like to see like a complete overhaul of how that works, how the classification system works, because it's really ridiculous some of the stuff that remains classified as long as it has been, is, or even the contents that they classify it as. Um, and honestly, most of the information your average person would look at and wouldn't even know what the hell it means. So um, that's my 2 cents on it. But I just saw that this article came out, and immediately my head went to, ah, they're getting rid of evidence. Like, that should be a red flag immediately. Now, we are in the digital world. Most likely, they have stuff saved digitally as well, which Doge might have already got their hands on. But judging by some of the stuff Doge has uncovered already, a lot of this government systems and that a lot of the ways they do things are really archaic and old. So it wouldn't surprise me if they just literally have stuff, um, you know, papers and documents in safes and file cabinets and not backed up electronically. But I know, yeah, probably like 10 plus years ago, they were really starting to at least um, get stuff saved electronically so they would have a backup. Um, so I know that's the cop out they're going to use. Oh, we can't have people just accessing our classified information. But I smell cover up. Government really needs to look into this. Doge really needs to look into this. But we'll end this one here and keep our eyes and ears open for more on this subject. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe at Trad West Podcast on all platforms. Until next time, Trad West Podcast.